The story of the Yadkin Valley Economic Development District Incorporated, Yveddi, is as diverse as the people we serve. Every day, capable and compassionate professionals of Yveddi's many programs touch the lives of individuals, families, and communities throughout Davie, Stokes, Surry, and Yadkin counties. Every member of the Yveddi team is dedicated to bringing hope and opportunity to our consumers. Each of our vigorous programs is something of a work in progress, growing and adapting to an ever-changing landscape. But one thing remains a constant: Yveddi's pledge to improving lives and making a positive difference in our communities. Here then is a sampling of our story in the words of our dynamic team members and of the wonderful people that we have the privilege of serving.
The Family Resource Center is home to a dozen of the most active nonprofit organizations in our region. Consumers who pass through our doors can find services for seniors, a food bank, a faith-based clothing outlet, educational opportunities, children's programs, employment services, and more. For many years, the building now occupied by the FRC was an historic school, bringing enlightenment and opportunity to thousands. Today, that tradition continues as the Family Resource Center brings together under one roof the agencies and people who devote themselves to uplifting individuals, families, and the greater community.
Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning.
I understand that you came in today because you were seeking information about going back to school. And I would like to take just a minute to explain to you kind of what our program does. We're a self-sufficiency program. We work with individuals and families that are at or below poverty. And we look at reasons why the income is low. And then we try to help you to create an action plan or a goal plan that's going to address those issues. Our program tends to be very individualized because each person's needs are different and their goals may be different, but some of the common things that we see that affect income have to do with education, employment, housing, transportation, child care. Those things all kind of roll in together. If you don't have adequate education, it's going to affect what type of employment that you can obtain and therefore affect how much money you can make. And then if you're worried about keeping your housing, or if you don't have a way to get back and forth to work, then that's going to create issues too. So we really want to work with you to address what needs or barriers that you're facing. This brochure here explains a little bit about what we do. It talks more about our definition of self-sufficiency and our goal. And then this helps to answer some of the ways that we can assist you while being enrolled in the program. You know, we can provide financial assistance to pay for classes and books that are associated with those classes. We try to help you to develop job readiness skills, creating a resume, doing job searches, anything that's going to help to make you more employable. All right, well, the first step that generally we would take is to have you fill out the orientation packet. It's just your basic information. Helps us to see who lives in the household with you, what kind of resources you have available, and then what assistance you're really seeking, what areas that you're going to need support and assistance in.
The mission of Yveddi, Stokes, Surry, and Yadkin domestic violence and sexual assault programs is to advocate on behalf of victims and children who are in domestic violence and/or sexual assault situations. Our programs provide free services to clients by offering a 24/7 crisis hotline, advocacy, emergency transportation, support groups, safe shelter, community and professional education, and community referrals. We assist by helping throughout the process of obtaining protective orders and accompanying clients to civil and criminal hearings and advocating on their behalf. We work collaboratively with community programs to assist victims in becoming self-reliant, which allows them independency, which is necessary to live free from abuse. The programs also serve the community by distributing educational materials and presentations, and active involvement in local schools by addressing topics such as bullying, cyberbullying, teen dating violence, and family violence. We work to help victims make a better tomorrow.
Yveddi Head Start has been serving children and families since 1966. Services are provided to 385 children in Davie, Stokes, Surry, and Yadkin counties. Head Start is a free, federally funded program whose goal is to prepare children ages 3 to 5 for kindergarten by providing a high-quality, safe learning environment. We offer comprehensive services to our children and families, including medical, dental care, child and parent goal setting, well-balanced meals, mental health services, and transportation when possible. Parents are encouraged to partner with teachers and staff to enhance every child and parent's experience while in Head Start.
The best part to me is the fellowship with other people, and it gets some of us out of the house that might not otherwise get out.
I come every day usually and exercise and then eat lunch and enjoy the fellowship with all the people.
The activities, we get to go on trips, and we have people come in and sing maybe once a month, and the food is good, but the fellowship is the best.
I've been coming here 1 year, as a matter of fact, as a volunteer. My favorite thing about coming here is meeting the people and getting to know the people, and but I like to serve the meal. I like that, and cleaning up the kitchen.
I'm a volunteer. I deliver Meals on Wheels. And one of the greatest jobs I think I've ever had is because I'm the only person many of them see today. And I carry the news from person to person. And then also I volunteer here, helping out the manager and waiting tables, and I call bingo, and just a lot of things as a social activity here at the center. And also, I go back and help them during times, and just during this cold spell, I have one lady that lived in an old house, so I bought them and carried the plastic covering for all their windows, and she told me the next day when it was 15 degrees outside, she had never been so warm. And I feel just really great. And I think there's somewhere there has to be a supreme power that puts it in your life that you want to help people. And that's the reason I do it.
Herbert took meals, you know, and of course I went along whenever I wanted to and could, and we went to a lot of different homes and delivered the meals, and it was always nice to do things like that for other people. I tell them it was a wonderful program that we enjoyed our meals that we've gotten from them. And the people that deliver them are real nice people. And it's just a wonderful deal.
Today we're going to be doing line dancing with Yveddi here in Mount Airy, North Carolina. This is one of the dance classes that I teach. This is a line dance class that I have participants for. And then we also have a brand new chorus line class that I'm teaching here at Yveddi, so it's really exciting. There are so many benefits. I have a lot of students who have never danced before, so they come in kind of confused and feeling very self-conscious, and we just have a really good time. But it's great for memory, it's great for exercise, and it's great for social. And I have found that dance is the fountain of youth. These students act so much younger than they are. They're very active and they just have such a great time. So there's so many benefits to dancing. And we would welcome everyone and anyone to come join us here at the Yveddi Center in Mount Airy, North Carolina. We have the dance classes. We have so many other classes. We have Rook Club and learning series, but of course my favorite is the dance. So come out, learn how to dance, just and have a good time with it. It's a lot of fun.
I began taking yoga here at the Senior Center with Blanche about 2 years ago, and it is one of the most worthwhile activities that I have started since I retired from teaching. When I first started taking yoga, it was so hard just to bend over and even think about touching my toes. And I thought, the closer I get to age 70, I'm going to have to do something to try to stretch and bend and become more flexible. And yoga has been the answer to that. It's developed core strength, it has helped with flexibility, it's helped with all kinds of activities like gardening and riding a bike, and even things like balancing on one foot when you lose your balance, you know, and you try to catch yourself and you think, oh, this is paying off. It's so relaxing. You know, when you leave, you just feel like, oh, I could tackle anything for the rest of the day. And it's done in such a way that it's pretty strenuous through a lot of the class, but the end few minutes give you that chance to unwind and forget about your grocery list and forget about the errands that you have to run and just spend a little bit of time on yourself. And mentally, that has really been something worthwhile.
It was back in 1995. A good friend of mine, when I was 65 years old, told me that I really ought to go out and play tennis, he said. And I did go out and try to play tennis. He thought it was good exercise and good fun to do. So what I did was go out and play with people who would put up with me for about 10 years. And then all of a sudden I just couldn't do it. The court was too big, the ball went too fast. In pickleball, when I finally found out about it in 2010, I found out that you could make all the same moves that you make in tennis, but exercise-wise, and you're able to talk to the people that you're playing with. All this means is I got carried away and couldn't wait to get the word out further in this county. And it is growing now. So I'm very pleased and proud. And God willing, I want to go play pickleball for a long time.
Pickleball! Yveddi Public Transportation is a regional transportation system providing a variety of transit services and programs to groups and individuals in Davie, Stokes, Surry, and Yadkin counties. Some of the types of trips provided include congregate nutrition, special events, and youth activities. Contracted services are available for elementary, developmental, and preschool transportation, trips for medical services, shopping for daily living supplies, and transportation to work. Services are available to people with transportation challenges, including the elderly and disabled, veterans, and others. We also operate a rural general public program for a small fee as funding and vehicles are available. Yveddi Transportation, serving the mobility needs of a 4-county region by using all means of mobility available.
I've been the recipient of this wonderful service that I applied for, I don't know how long ago it was, 3 or 4 years ago, of weatherization. Lo and behold, they came and said they were going to weatherize my house. And they're here to do it. And they're doing a lot of things that I had no idea they were going to do, like put plastic in the crawl space and insulate the walls and, you know, make it an airtight home so I won't be losing so much heat because the utilities are pretty, you know, pretty high to heat a big house like this old farmhouse. So it's a beautiful day. It just feels really, I just feel, I told my friend I'd won the lottery.
Many of today's senior citizens are anxious to continue serving their communities. Yveddi's Retired and Senior Volunteer Program is just the ticket for these civic-minded seniors. RSVP matches recruited seniors with service providers whose missions are compatible with these aspiring volunteers' interests, abilities, and desired levels of challenge. The organizations get great volunteers, and the volunteers get the opportunity to give something back. Everybody wins with RSVP.
All of Yveddi's programs are excellent programs for the community, but they do need administrative support. Here in the Finance Department, we do more than just cut checks. We monitor, analyze, and report on the more than 60 grants that Yveddi administers. Through strong internal controls and a passion for Yveddi's mission, Yveddi's Finance Department keeps our audits clean and our organization strong.
Of course, our story is much larger than we can bring you in this brief presentation, and it is ever evolving. New chapters are being written in Head Start classrooms, at senior centers, on weatherization job sites, on the road with our transportation drivers, at the nutrition sites, and everywhere that a Yveddi program happens. Yveddi sends our deep appreciation to our many grantors, community partners, board of directors, staff, and volunteers who are an essential part of our success. Contact us to learn more about Yveddi and our ongoing mission to build better communities, one person, one family, and one child at a time.